Hi guys, this is lesson 8. The objective for this lesson is to generate a number pattern from a given rule and then plot the points. So it's sort of similar to what we did in lesson 7. But in lesson 7, we were given the points and we had to determine the rule. Now we are given the rule and we have to determine the points. So it's the opposite, but it's still about finding a rule based off different coordinates. So I'm going to start on page 42. This first video is going to cover pages 42 and 43, and then I'll make a separate video for pages 44 and 45. All right, so the directions here say, create a table of 3 values for x and y such that each y coordinate is 3 more than the corresponding x coordinate. So it sounds a little wordy, but it's actually pretty simple. They're trying to tell us that the y coordinate is going to be 3 more than the x coordinate. So whatever x is, you have to add 3 to get to y. So y is always going to be bigger than x. So for example, I want to find points that are obviously going to lie on this plane. So I don't want to go over the number 12 because then I'll have points floating around somewhere over here, up here. So whatever whatever point we have for y, it needs to be 12 or less. So I'm going to start off easy. I'm going to start off with x as 0. Again, the rule is that y is 3 more than x. So if x is 0, that means y is going to be 3. Next, let's do, how about 4? So remember our rule, y is 3 more than x, so 3 more than 4 would be 7. And then we could do, let's do 9. 3 more than that would be 12. All right, and then they want you to give the actual coordinate pair here. So we'd have 0, 3, 4, 7, and 9, 12. All right, if you'd like, you can pause the video and plot these on your own. I'm going to do it as well. All right, so I plotted each point on the plane. This is what it should look like. Then it says use a straight edge to draw a line connecting these points. I'm going to use the template here because I cannot draw a straight line with this. So your straight line should go right through those 3 points. Go back to my drawing. Okay. All right, next it says, give the coordinates of 2 other points that fall on this line with the x coordinates greater than 12. So they want now our x coordinates to be greater than 12. So before ours were pretty small. So let's say anything over 12, it doesn't really matter. So let's say we'll do 13. Oops. And let's do, I'm going to be creative here and do 15 and a half. All right, so again, y is 3 more. So think about 3 more than 13. It's obviously 16. And then 3 more than 15 and a half would be 18 and a half. Okay, let's look at the next one, page 43. Also very similar, but we have a different rule now. It says create a table of 3 values for x and y such that each y coordinate is 3 times as much as the corresponding x coordinate. All right, so again, it sounds a little confusing, but really it's not. Y coordinate is 3 times as much as the x coordinate. Corresponding just means the point that it goes with. So whatever x is, y has to be 3 more than that. All right, so let's start with x as 1. To find 3 more, obviously you multiply it by 3, y would be 3. We can just keep it simple. I'll do 2. 2 times 3 would get me to 6. And then let's do 4 for this last one. 4 times 3 would get me to 12. So then go ahead, write the coordinates down, and then you can plot the points. If you want to pause the video, you can do that, or you can just watch me do it, but you also need to be plotting them on your plane as well. All right, they want you to use a straight edge to draw a line, so I'm going to go back and insert that again. I don't do that right. It actually would go through 0, so that's really what I should have done, because if the x coordinate was 0, the y coordinate would have also been 0, so really this should go through here. There we go. All right, and then just like the other page, they want to give the coordinates of 2 other points that would fall on the line, but the y coordinates need to be greater than 25. So this one is a little trickier than what we did before. I need to think of y coordinates that are greater than 25, but I also want to do, I want to use points that have have 3 as a factor, so it's just easier for me to think of a number that would multiply by 3 to get me to the y coordinate a little easier. So I know that 3 can go easily into 30. 3 can also go easily into 33. So I'm just keeping this simple for myself, thinking about numbers that you can multiply by 3 to get to a multiple of 3. So right here, I'm thinking, all right, what could I have multiplied by 3 to get to 30? That would just been 10. And then here, what could I have multiplied by 3 to get to 33? That would be 11. All right, that's the first 2 pages, 42 and 43. The next video will cover pages 44 and 45.